the land is not increasing, right? The land as it is land is there. That is what we have. But those that need the land, they are increasing. There's always population growth, right? Meanwhile, the land is not increasing, and it's basic. First reason is basic economic.
Sometimes the stock market rises and sometimes it falls.
Yeah.
But land banking will never.
That's
because it appreciates often and often. The property you purchase for a 10 million naira today, in years to come, the investment has actually appreciated.
Even according to Washington Post, you can research it. They did a study and they said, I think in about 40, 50 years time or so, Lagos will be one of the most expensive places to own a property in the world. Meaning anywhere you own in Lagos now is good. That's one. Two, the infrastructural developments.
So do your due diligence and also your survey plan as well to confirm this property I'm purchasing occupies this particular space.
Yes.
Because before you purchase a property, you need to know that, okay, I need to do my due diligence. Is this...
Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Gtext CFU Weekly Podcast. So last week we looked at curiosity to cash flow and we really explored how real estate investment can really help you. And yes, again this week we are looking at a very, very germane topic, and that is land banking. It's a very germane topic, land banking. And here with us we have two very, very important guests with us. We have Mr. Joshua Olulano and we have Miss Bola Olalere.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, welcome, ma'am, and welcome, sir. All right, so we'll be getting into the questions, and I'll be going to Mr. Joshua first. So I would like you to let our investors know what exactly does land banking mean. What is land banking? They want to know.
Okay, land banking is holding, simple terms, I'll say it's holding land, or you can say underdeveloped land, for a period of time with the hope that it will appreciate, right? And you can get value, better value from it in future purpose. Now, that value is what you define it as. The value can be you sell it. The value, at a higher value obviously, the value can be that you put something there and generate income. That is left to you, but simply put, that is what land banking is.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So this land banking is actually the secret of wealthy investors, and those that know it, they know it. So yes, thank you very much for that, Mr. Olulano Joshua. All right, so we are going to Miss Bola. So I want you to enlighten our investors. There are some risks in land banking. So we want to know what are the risks, the major risks in land banking.
Okay, like Mr. Joshua had mentioned, he said land banking is actually leaving the property for the particular time of time. It's a bare land which generates you income. Yeah. So let's talk about the risks in land banking. So we have the risks in land banking. There's no investment that doesn't have its own risk. But it's just way to one another. Yeah. So looking at land banking, what could even cause the risk in land banking? Just other developed area. We have some, let's just use Lagos for an example. We have some parts in Lekki, which is actually developing now, like the Lekki, close to the Lekki Dixie Port.
Yes.
With the development that come into that area, actually make property appreciated well. But if there's a property is underdeveloped. What I meant by underdeveloped is that the development had actually come into it's been proposed, but before it's been developed, those are the things that actually slow down the investment in terms of appreciating well.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
you hear a property in Epe is going for a certain amount, and why Bejuleki is way higher because of what the infrastructure that come into this place. I'm not saying there is no risk, but I'm just trying to explain to you that development, slowdown of development can actually cause a major risk to property.
Yes, thank you. That's very excellent, Ms. Bola. Thank you very much. Okay, so yes, Mr. Joshua, we have this question for you. Wealthy investors, they like investing into lands. Yes. Why is that?
First of all, land is tangible. Okay. You can hold it, you can feel it. It's not stock, it's not bonds, it's not debentures, it's not cryptocurrency. You have an investment that you can see it. And from time immemorial, even when God was blessing man, he gave him land. Go to the earth and dominate it. Right. So land has always been a blessing I have a mentor who always said we have Lord, two lords. One is God, which is the Lord, and the other Lord is a landlord, right? So you must own a piece of earth. But to your question, why do wealthy individuals prioritize investing into land? There is nothing in terms of business or whatever you do that you cannot tie to land.
And
Right? It must be connected to some sort of real estate. Right? It's a must, not is a must. For example, this podcast we are doing, the thing is podcast, right? We have cameras, we have speakers, we have interviews, but we are in a space, a number of square meter on a particular land. So we can't do this without this particular land, right? So there's no business, call it tech. Yes, you are saying tech, you are saying software, you don't need, where are your servers hosted, right? Where are your data centers hosted? It's still on land, right? And the thing about it is that if you look at these top companies, you look at Google, you look at Microsoft, these guys own, that's why you hear they have campuses, not even, when you hear campus, now let's even go to their founders. For example, a Bill Gates, right, is one of the largest owners of farmland. At least last time I checked, I think he had aggregated about 200 and something thousand acres in the US, right? One of the largest owners. And you can go on and on. So they understand that no investments you can equate to land, right? Whatever business you claim you want to do, you will do it on property, you do it on land. And the business you're doing, in tomorrow, due to innovation or what have you, a few years ago, we didn't have data centers. If you're looking at 40 years ago, 50 years ago, data center, it was still in its infancy, right? Those lands existed, but they were not there. But now, tech companies are realizing that they need to build more data centers. They are buying more lands, right? In the future, if there's a technology that we really don't need as much data center as we have now, they can easily convert it to something else at that time. Right, so the land is still yours and it's still generating value. And that is why rich people understand that you must have an extensive portfolio of real estate. Compulsorily, no matter what you are into fashion, you are into technology, you are into woodwork, you are into even tech, right? No matter what you do, you must have, and this is a game really where the people have really played well.
yeah, that's very, very charming. Thank you very much, sir. So you said something that there's no investment that equates to getting land. So I want Ms. Bola to help us expand because they want to clarify. So what about things like crypto, forex or things like that?
Okay, comparing to cryptocurrency, using land banking to compare, because I'll actually say something. Land banking is actually a solid investment for you to hold.
Yeah.
Like he had mentioned, even what's it called? Someone who is actually into forex trading and everything, you occupy the land. No matter business you are doing, you actually occupy the land. And owning a property is actually gives you what's it called? Genuine return on investment. Let's talk about cryptocurrency now. Sometimes the stock market rises and sometimes it falls.
Yeah.
But land banking will never,
that's true.
because it appreciates often and often. The property you purchase for a 10 million naira today, in years to come, the investment has actually appreciated because what? Due to development had actually come in place. That's why you see a stock market owner will actually take off their funds from their investment because they know that any time from now it can fall or crash.
Yeah.
But land bankers, they will just, okay, how much is the value of this property now? Okay, let me just leave it for some couple of years. Before you know, properties are actually increase in value because of one development that actually come in place. And with that, as a land banker, you know that, okay, real estate is actually a solid investment. We have cryptocurrency is actually a high risk investment. It comes up due to fluctuation and everything. It comes down. It's even in a minute, it can even rise. Exactly. And in second, it just drops.
That's very true.
That's what cryptocurrency will actually work for. But as a land banker, just give like a couple of years, it will actually rises in prices because it has actually brings more increments in due to development in
Yes, exactly.
So as an investor, even though you are into cryptocurrency, what's it called? Crypto and everything, stock products, you have to also look into land banking.
Yes,
because
exactly.
that is actually a genuine investment that will give you more return on investment in years to come. You can't leave it because it's a long-term investment. People often will tell you that I don't want an investment that will just actually take me a couple of years before I could get my returns. I want investment. But I would actually advise a smart investor to actually go into land banking.
Yeah, that's very, very excellent. That's very excellent. Thank you, Ms. Bola. Okay, so Ms. Bola mentioned something about how land appreciates. So I want Mr. Joshua to help us elaborate more on it. Okay. How does land appreciate over years?
So why do lands appreciate over time? Is it that these people just conjure this figure and just... No, that's not how it works. So for land banking, I would start by saying that the land is not increasing, right? The land, as it is land, is there. That is what we have. But those that need the land, they are increasing. There's always population growth, right? Meanwhile, the land is not increasing. And its first reason is basic economic principle. If you have more people that need something, right, than the supply, either we're not supplying enough or we're not even supplying that thing at all, the price will go up. And that is why, even according to Washington Post, you can research it, they did a study and they said, I think in about 40, 50 years time or so, Lagos will be one of the most expensive places to own a property in the world. Meaning anywhere you own in Lagos now is good. That's one. Two, the infrastructural developments, right? And that is one thing wealthy people foresee. These lands, as we said, rich people own, Bill Gates, they are not in cities, right? They are in bush, for example, in the US, they're in Texas, right? They're in bush, vast land of farmlands, right? So, but why do they own these properties? They know economic activity is coming there. There is heavy plans from the government to do things there, so they go early and secure it. A very good example, if the government announces that they want to build an airport in so place in the next 10 years, if you are wise, right, you will secure a property or a land not far from that place. A very good example is Lagos, which is Ikeja, right? We didn't have an airport many years back, right? Now we have an airport built many years back, but you can see the value of the properties in Ikeja, right? You can see the value of it. So there are always announcements of projects, there are zoning plans, there are plans from government for each place of the state, right? And these are part of the things people use to speculate, right? Where is infrastructure going to? Not only government, also track private investment. A very good example is Dangote. He decided to build a $20 billion refinery in Ibejuleki, right? The project in that area, in terms of accumulation, it can be less than $30 billion. If you're looking at the deep sea port, the free trade zone, the jetty, the refinery itself, nothing less than $30 billion. Obviously, the prices there within a short while will skyrocket, just like now. Even we that have properties there, right, as real estate developers, we are trying to get more. When we are looking at the prices, we should have bought more before, right? So not just government projects, even private projects, right? Private projects, you want to look, where are people going to, where can I get land? Another thing is the economic opportunities, right? In the states where you know things are booming, they are doing very fine. Even in areas that are not developed in that state, it's wisdom to have something, because very soon development will come there. Right, we have a saying in our company, you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. So these are many more reasons and things that make land value appreciate. So just for our audience, we don't because sometimes people think these figures, how do they conjure it? Do they make it or no? They are not made up, right? They are trackable facts and evidences why this land appreciates, and you only need to buy early. So I appreciate. We always say something in our company, the best time to buy land is yesterday.
Yes.
Right. So as I'm speaking to you, if you've not bought that land, you are already late. But there's still an opportunity to buy it today, because tomorrow, those that will buy tomorrow, they will just be paying those that bought yesterday. So you are just paying them for buying yesterday. And most times it comes at a huge cost, which you can avoid if you just secure in today.
And thank you very much. That's very, very profound. So I want to ask for my audience that are looking at us, that are seeing us, Miss Bola, they've bought their lands now, and then now there's nothing to do now on that land. Maybe they probably bought it for land banking. So how can they invest, or how can they earn income from that land as they are waiting? How can they earn income from that land?
Okay, I don't think there's nothing not to be gained from APL lands. Okay, look at our farm produce. Where are they generated from? From APL lands. Because as an investor, you have APL lands, and just get a farmer to. You can even be the one doing that, because some persons will use it for poultry, what's it called, and also use it as a farmland. And ask a farmer, okay, this is it, and you generate your income, extra income, and you take your percentage. We have some lands in a what's it called, a well-civilized area, and some persons have not even built it. What did they use this land for? They give to the mechanic workshop. Okay, let me give it to you as lease. So you can, whenever you generate your income, I know I'm leasing this for you for 5 years, and I'm getting my income from it. You can't just leave it land, because land is actually going to generate you funds. Even when you are thinking of what kind of construction you want to have in this land, that's why we see, okay, use it for this, or use it for a lease, or a popular place, like, okay, this should be a parking space for a company that is actually, and with that, you're actually getting your income before you could even construct your own building. And even with that, you can even get your own funds in terms of constructing your own building. So while living in land, you can also use it for farm produce, you can use it for lease, you can use it for as many aspects, because it's not just a bare land. We have some person that will tell you that I need a particular land for lease for particular production or something, and you're a go-to person, because you have what they need.
Exactly.
Don't just leave it. Majorly, I'm actually criticizing about the farm produce. The farmers need a large quantity of land to actually produce their food stock and agricultural stock. So that's why we have it, just for you to germinate, and you get your own share from the money. That's just it. So it's actually a great thing to always lease out your properties instead of leaving it at bare lands.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ms. Kenny. So while you wait for your land to increase, you can actually solve someone else's problem. You can solve their problem, and then you get your earning from it while you wait. That's very, very profound, Ms. Paula. All right, so Mr. Joshua, I want to ask, land banking, is it for the wealthy people? Like, okay, now that I have $1 billion, I can now invest into land banking. Is it that way?
Well, fortunately, land banking is not only for wealthy people, right? It is wisdom to start at the level you are, right? The bush you see today is the city where you are today that you claim is a city was once a bush, right? If you know you don't have all the people around you, they are young people and they were not born, at least you can do research. There's no place now that was once not bush. Right. A practical example is even New York, that is the bustling city in US today. If you do your research, you realize that that place was a dock site before. That is where ships come and dock and all. Yeah, the evidences are there. Right. So, but if you go to New York today, a square meter is thousands of dollars. Right. So no place on earth is useless. It's just like because of economic activities and some other factors, some places are priced higher. But while you wait to get to that level, either from what you're doing at your place of work or your business, there are places you can afford. And the good thing about it is that even Gtext has instrumental payment. So, right, Gtext has such to encourage even young people. And that is why we really appreciate the budding entrepreneurs in real estate now, because they're encouraging a lot of young people, and which young people are also doing. You see young people now investing in land. I had a friend that called me a few days ago, oh, I need to get the land in this place. What do you think? How much is it? Right? This is someone, I think 24. Do you understand? So even young people are understanding. But she is not buying, for example, my case study is Lagos. She's not buying Ikoyi because she can't afford it. She's not buying Nivea, she can't afford it. She's asking for any buffalo. And that's the case study of Lagos. So you have to start somewhere. Start with something. Secure a piece of the earth, right? And that's what God meant by dominating the earth. Have something for yourself. Then gradually, as you grow, Gradually, as you rise, especially in finance, you can now start aggregating more. You can start aggregating more. Your business will need it. Even you personally, just to have it in your portfolio, you will need it. I'll wrap up with this particular question with this. There is no billionaire you see today in terms of net worth. If you go and check the breakdown, there will be assets listed under it. Assets they own. Is under it. So, for example, if let's take a case study of Jeff Bezos, that was the former CEO of Amazon. The current his current project is Blue Origin, and is what I think about $200 something billion. Under that, about maybe $20 billion might be properties, real estate. Right, houses, lands, and everything. So it is part of it. Your assets, the value you have in your company, but assets must be there, right? But these are people that have resources and can acquire as much assets, properties, houses, lands as they want. But at your level, you have to start with something. There are lands currently, even under Gtext, being priced at 4 million, being priced at 5 million, being priced at 6 million. So you don't need to wait and say, oh, Gtext have a land in Ibeji selling for 50 something million, selling for 60 something million, saying, oh, I can't afford it. No. There's land for 3 point something million, there's land for 4 million, there's land for 5 million. Key in deposits. And you can spread the balance, then you can have something in your name.
Thank you very much, sir. So in summary, you don't have to wait. Start from somewhere, start small, then grow bigger. So you don't have to wait, because the more you wait, the more the land increases. So you can just wake up tomorrow and then land that's selling for 3.5 million naira will just increase to 10 million naira. It's that crazy. So thank you very much. Now let's go to Ms. Bola. So they are at the point of decision making now. So what are the documents that they need to be verified as they're making their purchase?
Okay, like our chairman popularly to say, do your due diligence. Before you purchase a property, you have to do your due diligence. If at most you would like to go to the land registry to confirm the title of the document, because I might tell you, okay, this property, it's so document, and do you understand?
Yeah.
So you need to do your due diligence, because there's always a registrar number on your documents. So do your due diligence and also your survey plan as well to confirm this property I'm purchasing occupies this particular space.
Yes.
Because before you purchase a property, you need to know that, okay, I need to do my due diligence. Is this land owned by this particular company, or it's just like the Maryland? And there should always be communication ahead as a as a marketer selling to your investors, because your investors need to know where the particular land is and they need to understand the property itself. Because if you don't do your due diligence as an investor, you end up at I would have gotten this.
It regrets.
Yes. So you have to do your due diligence as an investor. And also, when you're buying properties, buy from a reliable company that you know that, okay, when anything happens, they are able to source everything for me. That's why it's not always good to buy from Omonile. Sometimes Omonile only give you receipts.
Yes.
They don't give you your deed of assignment. They will tell you, no, we're only selling land. We are not your lawyer. But as a real estate company, we have everything that you want. We put you at your space. It's just like you sourcing for something online.
Yes.
Because we do the errands for you. We do everything for you. Your paperwork, your documents, and everything, just for you to do your diligence. We are there for you. So that's why you have to work with a reliable real estate firm that can give you your advice on what property to buy and which one not to buy. Because it's always advisable you do that. You work with the best real estate company. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bola. Yes, that's very, very profound. So now they want to buy lands. Our customers and our potential investors they are making the decisions now. So I want to ask Mr. Joshua, they want to purchase that land and then they are now looking at it. Am I going to be waiting for 20 years for this thing to increase, or 10 years, or how long should I even wait? All right, sir.
Thank you. So let me just do a brief breakdown on this. So when you hear land banking, it's for you to know that you put your money into something and you're looking at it, appreciating to get value from it. Now, the value is in your own words. It's either you resell it, obviously, at a higher, better value, right? Or you now want to decide to have something there and you can now make rental income or something from it. Is your choice. But when you're talking about land banking, there's no rule book to it that says, okay, after 5 years, after 10 years, no. A practical example, an average developer, when you buy the land, is at the land banking phase. And remember in my definition, I said it's underdeveloped. From there, you want to aggregate to get more land, which we call land packaging.
Yeah.
From there, we move to land development. And this is when, and that's why you've noticed on most of our estate already, this is when the developers are doing the street lights. These land developments can come in maybe at the 3rd or 4th year. And you bought at the 1st year, right? We're talking of land development, we're talking of street lights, we're talking of the drainage, we're talking of the roads, we're talking of a lot of things. After this, it's after these things are ready, you can now talk of building development, right? Then after building development, your building is ready, you can move in, it's a full estate. Every other thing is after work. When I mean after work, maybe the building is no more serving the purpose, you want to rebuild something else, or you want to maintain it, at least the building is up, right? So this process, it can go for, depending on the estate, depending on the developer, it can go as much as between 1 to 6 years, it can go between 1 to 10 years, right? Some can even be between 1 to 3 years for the project to be fully developed. But these phases, you need to go through it. There's no other way, because you buy the land first, it's underdeveloped. Either you buy the whole land, or a developer buys it and you patronize the developer, right? You still need to aggregate more land. You still need to have land development. You can't live in an estate without drainage. You can't live in an estate without street lights. You can't live in an estate without good roads. If without security, it's part of land development, right? After that, if you now need to put the buildings on it. So with the buildings, we're talking of permits, talking of approvals, we're talking of a lot of things, right? So depending on the developer you're patronizing, right? But it is not something that, forever and ever I'll keep waiting. No. Typically, they are phased, right? The developers, okay, within the first 1 to 2 years, we would have completed with the land development. From the 4th year, the building will start, right? And some estates which are a bit farther from town, and we are still looking at government doing a lot of things there in the future. Sometimes those take 10 to 15 years, but it depends on who you buy from, and it depends on the phasing plan of the developer, right? But typically, within 5 years plus, between 5 to 10 years, your land should have a reasonable amount of value, right? That you can now decide to either resell it or even have something there, right? But like Miss Bola said, from day one, there are things you can do on the land, so you don't need to even leave it to lie fallow, right? A couple of choices, many, one of which is agriculture, right? Because like we said, it's bush is underdeveloped, right? You can make money through agriculture, you can make money through a lot of other means on that land, while it develops through a lot of external reasons and even internal reasons from the developer. And in future, you can either sell it, make your money and times 40 sometimes, or have something there and make rental income. When you leave, your children will bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua. Thank you, sir. All right, so to the last question of the day, Ms. Bola. Now, they are at the point of making the decision now. So, which company do you think is most trusted as a real estate company, and why will it be your choice?
Okay, as for me, I'll choose Gtext, my number one, my go-to, because talking for delivery, Gtext has actually been delivering to our clients and their investors. So the only thing for you to know is that know the investment you want. As an investor, are you willing to diversify? Are you willing to build long-term investment? You should know what you want, because you just also have an investment plan as an investor. So for you to know, because you're also investing into land banking, if you don't know, indirectly, because with their diverse investments, actually for you to purchase a particular piece of land with some group of people and get your return on investment. And for a land banking, you are buying a particular piece of land as an owner to also get your returns in years to come. So, or you just know the kind of investment you want. Are you willing to diversify, or are you willing to build a long-term investment for you to understand that, okay, this is an investment. And that is why Gtext has wealth advisors. They will advise you on what investment you want. So you should always reach out to your wealth advisor and let them know that, okay, this is kind of investment I have. Some particular investor will tell you that I just want to do an investment for 3 years. they know the kind of investment they'll give you. I want to do an investment for long-term investment for my children to come so they can benefit from this investment I'm making. They know the kind of investment to give you. Or I'm willing to invest in a particular property that I can use for a short-let apartment. They know the kind of investment, the property they can give you. So it's not just for you to always, there's sometimes you need to decide, but there's sometimes you need to know and understand. And Dr. Stephen always put up webinars online for you to understand the kind of investment you want. Not just think about it and say, okay, this is what I want. Because some persons will tell you that, hey, you didn't tell me this. Did you request from your wealth advisor which investment do you? Because it's with what you say to your wealth advisor will actually be the one to tell you, okay, this kind of investment that will actually work for you, because you don't want to put your money for long term, which is you can go for the investment part, or you want to get your money as soon as possible. You can use for the ready to move in and also use for short-let. So you can get your yearly returns, or you can also, that is how it works. So investment is actually a great thing for a smart investor, like Mr. Joshua had mentioned earlier. No matter what you're doing, you have to tie your investment to real estate, because it's a great thing for you to, because even your children we actually benefit from this as an investor.
It means for generational wealth.
It's a generational wealth.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ms. Bola and Mr. Joshua, this has been a very powerful session. And yes, if you are listening to us now, to our smart investors, our potential investors, know that land banking is a secret that the wealthy use. It's a secret that the wealthy use. So if you want to be wealthy, know that that's a secret that you must key into: land banking. Yes, and once again, I am Samuel Adekunle, and this is Gtext CFU Weekly Podcast. Thank you very much. And by next week, we'll be bringing to you another powerful session. So kindly stay tuned. Thank you very much and goodbye.